going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we gotta wash some bikes and then we're gonna tackle an annual adventure. Let's get to work. Now I will admit, I've been a little lazy on washing the bikes recently and I hate riding a dirty bike. It's also my job to make sure they're clean. So let's get both bikes all cleaned up. So I don't know if I actually talked about this in a video or not, but I actually stopped washing bikes with soap and water. I tested this product out last year and it's kind of completely changed the game for me, honestly. Basically, you just spray it on, let it do the work, and wipe it off. It's way faster, way less mess, and I haven't gone back since. This isn't a sponsored video or anything, but this product honestly has changed the bike washing game for me because I used to hate doing it. It seemed like a lot longer process than it was actually worth. And all we need is this spray and some microfiber cloths. So let's do the drivetrain first, like normal. And I pull the wheels off and clean the frame. I'm usually pretty good at keeping the bikes clean. But the last training block, I've been suffering a little bit. The body's been in a lot of pain, in a good way, I guess you could say. And this is one of the tasks that just sometimes slips the mind. But I guess you always forget how good riding a clean bike and well-maintained bike feels. You definitely start to notice it when it's not well-maintained. Chain gets a little crusty, shifting gets a little bit not as nice. It's overall a less enjoyable experience. And one of the keys to this product is just to keep using fresh cloths. I usually go through about 3 or 4 every time I'm washing the bike. Just don't want to be spreading dirt around the frame and scratching it all up. And of course too, you can't forget the wheels. Them all polished up. I gotta sit down for the back wheel because this is a little more of a meticulous process. And this is the part that I hate. You know, I think it's a pretty common misconception that sprinters don't actually ride on the road. Of course, we're not putting in big 4-hour rides every week, but for us, riding the road is very, very important for recovery. And we still put in 4 road rides a week. 1, to maintain that aerobic capacity that we do need for repeatability on the track and recovering from those efforts, but also just recovering from the training in general. So 3 times a week, we're on the road for an hour a day, just recovering from the track in a zone 1 ride. So while we're not putting crazy miles in our road bikes, we definitely do put in a few every year, especially this time of year. So keeping road bikes clean is also part of the process. I also come from a bit of a road background. When I first started cycling, I was doing road and track before I transitioned to fully road as a junior. Or sorry, before I transitioned to fully track as a junior. And something I still really enjoy and enjoy putting in time on the road, especially when we can do it and it's not close to racing. So this time of year is perfect for it. And that's gonna lead me into our little adventure later on. We'll get there. So bike number 1, Sarah's bike is all clean. We'll get it back together, lube the chain, and plug in the Di2. Because a dead battery in the road always sucks. So every few washes, I put this product on after I'm done cleaning the bike. Just like a protective layer. Keeps the bike looking good and protected from the elements. Okay, one done. Let's plug it in. Okay, bike number 2. But we're gonna make this one go a whole lot faster. Okay, so there's one thing I forgot to do, and that is to fix the charging port cover on my rear derailleur. Now, coming back from Paraguay, packed in my bike bag, the cover broke, and that spare part just came in. This little guy right here. Let's fix it. Now I've had it covered with electrical tape just to keep it, the broken piece on, but it fully broke here, so. We gotta get the piece out and then replaced. Okay, got it. Beautiful, all fixed. Okay, that is 2 bikes clean. Let's get this one plugged in as well. All right, story time. So as I mentioned earlier in this video, I started on the track and did quite a bit of road for my first few years of cycling. And every single spring, our team and club would come up to the Milton and surrounding areas. We would meet in Campbellville and we'd do a 75 or 80 kilometer loop. And our coach Rob always loved sending us up this one particular climb called Rattlesnake Hill. It goes up Appleby Line in Milton and ends at Rattlesnake Point Conservation Area. He'd take us to the bottom and he'd drive over to the top and said, "See you when you get up there." And all of us, usually about 10 or 12 of us, would race up the hill as fast as we could. See, made it to the top first, and if you were brave, you'd go back down and do it again. It's one of the most notorious climbs in the area. That was always part of a 75 or 80 kilometer loop, and when you're 13, 14, 15 years old, it's a pretty big climb. And now, as a sprinter, I really do not like doing climbs. In fact, I hate them. I love when my rides are around 100 meters of elevation. I love flat, flat, flat. So every single spring since I've lived in Milton, I've gone and done Rattlesnake Hill. And well, it's springtime here in Milton. So today, we're headed out to tackle that climb. Okay, adventure time. We're gonna race up Rattlesnake. What happened?
My harness strap came off. Like this thing, the block.
Okay, so plan's pretty simple. One time up Rattlesnake, but Sarah decided she wants to make it a race. And in the interest of fairness, she's going to get a 30-second head start.
I hope that's enough.
First one into the top wins.
Yeah, I better be in this.
All right, we will see how this goes. Haven't done this climb in 2 years, so we'll see how the legs stand up for it. All right, let's do it.
To be fair, I chose this gap. 30 seconds seems like a good amount of time. And I think I can get Nick and beat him to the top. Fuel though. Need that.
Okay, you ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go. $15, 20. I'll give her 10 extra seconds just to make it a little more interesting. Okay, this is my witness. 45. Okay, I'm gonna stop it, phone away. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Okay, I'm also sitting at about 100 kilos body weight, 101 to be exact. The heaviest I've ever been. Probably the most aerobically unfit I've been in a while, so we'll see how this goes. Starting out at 300 watts. $500 watts. Wow. Friggin' burns. You know what, 400 watts. Coming to the final switchback. I can barely see her. I don't know where she went. Ow. Oh, I lost so bad. Wow. Oh. Wow. Okay, we're making a quick detour here at Kelso Conservation. We're gonna head up the boardwalk and have a little debrief about Rattlesnake. Alright, let's debrief the race. Okay, how was the race for you?
It was hard. I almost gave up like 5 times. I was so out of shape and so heavy. How'd you feel?
I think honestly, the 1 minute head start for Sarah was a bit of a mistake. I thought I was actually stronger than I was.
And it was supposed to be 30 seconds.
Supposed to be 30 seconds, but I thought I'd be nice and give her a 1 minute, which was a terrible mistake on my part. And like I said, I'm so heavy right now and I can't climb on a good day. But I lost the race still. Sarah was waiting for me at the top. I was suffering the entire way. And my legs burned for probably a good 15 minutes after that hill. But I'm glad it's over. The annual tradition of climbing that hill is done. Checked off the list for another year, so that's all. All right, it's also been about a year now since we've gotten our road bikes, and could not be happier with how they've been. Happy with your road bike?
Love it.
All right, we are almost home. Gonna end the video right there, but as always, thanks so much for watching, and catch you in the next video, which might be a special one. All right, see you in a bit, bye.